Hello again, dear Geminis. So, as you have noticed, Mercury retrograde not only works on you, but for you from others' perspectives as well. So, this video reading was supposed to be delivered to you, but Mercury retrograde decided to work with its tricks. So, I will either have to begin from the beginning or continue. Considering that it's been more than 3 hours that I'm standing and recording, I really hope you can go and check the beginning part of the previous video. In the beginning of the video, I'm talking about all the major aspects Mercury retrograde that you have to watch. Here, I'll do my best to start all over. So you can either not watch that first video, the part of Gemini, which I kind of almost went until the end, but let's go. So first things first, tomorrow in few hours, we're gonna have a new moon in Leo, and for you, it's in your third house of communication, interaction, education, siblings, documents, traveling, short distance traveling, being super busy, taking courses, and etc. And the thing is, you should always consider that we are dealing with Mercury retrograde and you are highly influenced by Mercury retrograde 2 weeks before it even starts, and then 2 weeks after it also, like when it finishes. For other signs, you're still gonna have the shadow period to work with this retrograde. Meaning that any new beginnings that you're thinking about, do not do it. Everything should be related to the things that you have already done, the things that you're trying to improve and make better, especially with buying technology or cars. Do not buy during this period. However, if it is something secondhand or already used, you can do that. So that's a heads up for that. But everything about what to do and what not to do during Mercury retrograde, please check the previous video in the beginning. I have a whole lecture on what you should do and what you should not do during Mercury retrograde. But obviously for you, since Mercury retrograde is going to happen in Virgo, it's going to be in your 4th house. So 5th of August, we have Venus going to your 4th house and Mercury is already there. So for you, this whole month is such a big pivotal month where you're gonna have like before and after, as I said. But the thing is, for you, it's happening in your cardinal sign. So as I said, for Sagittarius, Geminis, Pisces, and Virgos, this month is very, very pivotal, just like the whole year actually. But this is the you know, that specific period where you're gonna see the changes. And for you, it's happening in your 4th house that has to do with your roots, with your settlement, with the place that you call home, whether it's the new location that you're living in, whether it's your home country. So when Venus moves into your 4th house and Mercury is already there, so at the moment from July, you're already thinking about where to live, where to relocate. Should I move back to my home country, to my parents? Should I live with my mother, or should I move out? And now that Venus goes in there, now you're gonna have some security, some materialistic like understanding. So it's no longer in your head. Now it's for real happening. And when Mercury goes retrograde on the 5th until 15th of August, this topic of relocation, settlement, motherhood, parenthood, your immigration, your citizenship, these topics are going to resurface again, especially if they initiate it in the middle of July. This is now going back, okay? So now it's gonna start all over again. And with Venus going there, you're definitely either already moving in, or you already moved out. Wherever you located yourself in, now it's gonna become more official. Now you're gonna, I don't know, furniture your house, design, decorate your place, or now you're gonna move out to another place. So you're gonna do this whole thing, the whole design, but like you're gonna find the comfort place. So now you will finally find a place that you can like settle in. And but again, this place that you're gonna find, it's a location, a place that you have already lived in before. But if we think about your family and your parents. There are some situations, some topics, some conversations that your parents are bringing back to you, and they want you to be invested in, or you will be invested in the conversation about your parents. For others of you, this is the period where you are really considering your own family, settling your own roots in some kind of place with your own family. So some of you are thinking about becoming a parent, some of you thinking about getting pregnant or getting married. A married part is kind of big for you guys, because this whole year, if you watch my Saturn in Pisces video that I made last year, I believe, you will understand that this whole year is going to make you have before and after. So your status is basically kind of changing. Now, from 15th of August, Mercury is going to go to your third house. Now, this is when the buying expensive technology or buying expensive car or some things that are expensive, highly not recommended. Go for all the discounts, for all the 70%, 50% off. This is perfect time for that, or buy secondhand. But from 15th of August, you're going to notice that you have so much interaction, so much networking and communication with people from the past, from your childhood, from your high school, middle school, kindergarten, or your close friends and your siblings. So these topics are going to be reopened. You will see that you're constantly in a video call, on a phone call, you're meeting people outside and you're interacting a lot. For others of you, it can also mean that you're going back to retake exams. So after 15th, you're going back to retake exams, retake your license papers, retake the driving lessons, retake some kind of course, or prepare some documents that those documents could be related to your immigration, to your citizenship, to your change of location, or anything to do with your living situation. Now, things get more fun and activated around 15th of August to 19th of August. Like this whole week, you're gonna notice how things are getting more real and more intense. And for you specifically, this thing that I'm talking about is happening in the fields of your settlement, your family, and your career. What exactly do you want to position yourself in this society? How do you want to be seen? Your status, your reputation, and it's all affecting you personally. So there is some kind of battle between where I want to live, where I want to locate myself, where do I want to work, what kind of job do I want to pursue, where do I want to see myself in, and it's all affecting you personally. But the thing is, it all depends on you. Wherever you choose, you're gonna have all the support, because come on, Jupiter is in Gemini, so you have all the blessings. It's more about there's going to be a battle between, like, should I go back to old ways, or should I start something of my own? Should I rely on somebody else's support, or should I rely on myself? But with Saturn, it's always about responsibilities and relying on yourself and becoming independent. And if you really want to pursue a specific career and you think your parents or your location might not align with it, if you really want it, you have all the support from Jupiter. Okay, now and if this whole period is a little bit tense for you, do not worry. Around 24th of August, we're gonna have beautiful trine between Venus and Pluto. So this is going to be for you between your 6th house. Wait a minute. So I'm glitching too, because I have a lot of Virgo, so I'm kind of Mercury influenced a lot. So we're talking about Gemini, you have Sagittarius, then you have Capricorn, then you have Aquarius. So this trine that you're gonna have is going to be between your 4th house and your 8th house. So here I feel like if there was some kind of if you were afraid that you kind of need some kind of support and that you're not able to handle this whole situation, around 24th, you're gonna receive some support from your family in a form of finance. Lucky yo. So yeah, you're receiving some kind of financial support. That's for some of you. For others of you, it could be the governmental support. So whatever it is, you will receive this beautiful aspect. So maybe for some of you, your parents will just like drop you and send you some specific amount of money to sustain yourself, because financial support during this period is going to be important for you, especially when it comes to your living case. Now, 19th of August, we will have a full moon in Aquarius, and it is going to happen in your 9th house of education, your bigger goals and your plans for life, studying abroad, expanding your horizons, working with foreigners. So with the full moon, you're gonna receive some kind of result, some kind of closure, some kind of support, some kind of understanding. So I believe some of you will probably receive offers to work for foreigners. Some of you will receive offers to do masters with a scholarship or a PhD with grants and etc. You got the point. Most of Geminis I know are all scientists, so I believe this topic makes sense. But for some of you, it can mean that if you were applying for visa, or if you were preparing your documents for something to do with going abroad, traveling abroad, this is the period where you're going to receive the results. So if you're interested in studying astrology, Natal Chart Reader and Transformer Module 1 is already out. You can purchase it. You can watch it from any type of location. You can watch it whenever you want, how long, how much you want. You can do that because we have 20 lectures plus 600 plus lecture notes that you can listen, watch, and read. And you can always reach out to me when you have any questions, and I can support and do the Q&A sessions if you want. And if you're interested in one-on-one reading with me, you know where to find me. All the information is in description below. And if you haven't checked your rising sign, moon sign, and sun sign, go back to the beginning. If you have other signs apart from Gemini, Taurus, and Aries, this part is for Geminis, Taurus, and Aries. And I'm moving on to Taurus. Hello dear Taurus, I hope you're watching your rising sign, your sun sign, and your moon sign, because that's how you're going to receive the most accurate reading. And if your sun sign, moon sign, or your rising signs are not Gemini, Taurus, and Aries, you have a whole separate video before this. I was interrupted by Mercury retrograde, so this is a separate section. So what's going on now? We will have new moon tomorrow, actually in Leo, and it is going to happen for you in your 4th house. So this is kind of pivotal, I would say. You're gonna definitely feel it. New moon is going to be new beginnings, and these new beginnings for you are surrounding your location, your citizenship, your roots, your settlement, or your parents and your home country. So all of these topics are going to be activated. And on 5th of August, Venus is going to Virgo, so it's going to your 5th house, where Mercury is already in. And the same day, Mercury goes retrograde. Now, hear me out. Venus going to 5th house, it absolutely loves it. So some of you might finally feel inspired, motivated, and feel all of this loving and enjoyment and entertainment energies. So it means that some of you are either going for concerts, some of you are going on dates, some of you are spending more time with your kids. But the thing is, everything that I mentioned is with the people that you already know. So these are the dates with people that you already know, okay? So these are not new people. However, if new people come into your life during this period, just know it is a fling, okay? So do not put too much, I don't know, hope that this relationship will last, because we're dealing with Mercury retrograde. Nothing lasts, nothing new lasts with Mercury retrograde. And pretty sure that during this period, you're gonna meet a lot of new like love interests, love partners, or you will be invited on a lot of entertaining activities like concerts, amusement parks, or attending your kids activity things. Like maybe you will take your kids to tennis court, maybe you will take your kids to art school, or etc. So you will be involved in their lives as well. And when Mercury goes retrograde from 5th of August until 15th in your 5th house, I feel like you're gonna go back to your hobbies. So if you had some specific hobbies during this time, you're gonna go back to those hobbies. You will go back to painting, reading, singing, and etc. And you will love this whole process Or maybe you will get nostalgic about the dates that you had with your first love, your first crush, or maybe they are going to come back into your life and they will be asking you out on a date. But considering that Mercury rules your second house, we can say that you might be going back to your old jobs, or you might receive offers to do the same job that you did before, but it is related to something that you actually really like. Or some situations that are about your kids are going to reappear, and you will have to redo all of those things that happen, especially around mid-July. So from mid-July, whatever happened from mid-July is going to be reflected back, resurfacing back, so you will have to like work with those. And for 15th of August, Mercury is going to go to your fourth house. So it's going to go back to your fourth house. So now all the topics related to your relocation, to your citizenship, to your family, to your parents, and your settlement and the motherhood situation is all going to come back. So maybe during this period, if you don't have kids, or you wanted to have kids, this is the period where you're going to think about this, you're going to analyze this, or maybe you will be thinking about going back to visit your parents, your mother, you will be moving in or moving out, or maybe you will have to look for a new apartment to live in, new place to rent, and etc. Now, things get more fun or more activated from 15th after 12th. So like from 15th to 19th, this is like the most juicy part of August, or the whole year actually. And for you, it is going to happen now. It's kind of interesting. It is happening for you in your 5th house of your kids, dates, entertainment, opposing your 11th house of your goals, your projects, your community, and all kind of affecting your 2nd house of money. So in my opinion, during this period, the topics that you had back in December of 2020 are going to resurface back, and they are related to your business. Very specific, I know. For some of you, it is related to something that you love doing, and it involves money, it involves groups and teams and friends. And for some of you, it's involving your kids. So this whole triangle, red triangle, is going to give you a lot of energy to redirect it for doing something that you really love for the society, or with a group of people, like-minded group of people, to make money. Or I would also call this aspect an aspect of a freelancer. So if you were thinking about doing some freelance job, or if you were thinking about doing social media, or if you were thinking about becoming an influencer and making money from online world, this is the period where you have all the blessings to use all of this energy to work on it. But the problem is going to be, do I want to keep what I like doing to myself as a hobby, or do I want to monetize it and bring it to the world, bring it to society, and help other people and make money from it? So making money is going to be a big topic for you in August, in December, and then in spring of 2024. And all of this is obviously related to online, to some kind of big groups or big projects. And for some of you at the moment, it could be related to your kids. So maybe the expenses for your kids is going higher, and now you will be considering to, okay, now I have to support my family and my kids, and I need financial stability and security. So these are the keywords: security, financial stability, financial security for my kids is going to be highlighted. Now, if this period is too tense for you, do not worry. Don't worry. You're gonna receive a support around 24th. So around 24th, you will receive some kind of support, either from your from elderly people in your life, or from some kind of teachers, from some kind of gurus, some people that can help you and guide you. On 19th of August, we will have a full moon in Aquarius, and this full moon is happening for you in your, wait a second, Gemini, Aries, in your 10th house. This full moon, so imagine, now think about it. You had new moon in the 4th house of your stability, of your basement where you want to settle, and then the full moon is going to be opposing to that location. It's going to be where, how do you position yourself? What is your status? How do you want the society to know you? And for you, it is related to your career, to your status, and this is related to results. So you're going to receive results, conclusion, and closure. Related to career, maybe promotion, you will receive a promotion, or maybe you will finally get a divorce if you really wanted it, or maybe your status will change. Maybe some of you are really actually getting pregnant, or you will want to become a parent. And yeah, a big shift and change of your status is happening this month. And if you were thinking about studying astrology, learning astrology for yourself, or for making money with that freelance aspect that I told you about, because your 11th house is also very much activated, then you know what to do. I finally am able to provide natal chart reader course. Natal chart reader and transformer is already ready. You can purchase it, watch it whenever you want, from wherever you want, how long, how much time you spend. It all depends on you. The course is already ready with 20 plus lectures, with 600 plus lecture notes. You can listen, you can read, you can watch, you can message me when you have any questions, and you know where to get that. And if you're interested in like studying other topics in astrology, you can always let me know, because we're having 11 modules with my students and it is live. From next week, we're going to vocational astrology, transits, compatibility, kids, astrology, and etc. You can join that as well. But if you're interested in one-on-one reading with me, you can also reach out to me. And I'm moving on to Aries. And I left my water bottle there, so give me 1 second. Hello, dear Aries. Please don't be mad. Please do not be mad, but let me know how many of you are watching this. I'm very curious. If you're an Aries rising, Aries sun, Aries moon, please let me know in comments if you're actually here and watching this reading. And you know what? A little bonus and exception for you guys. You can let me know in comments any question that you have. If you're an Aries rising, Aries moon, or Aries sun, I will try to answer that question, or I will, if you have some specific requests for Aries, let me know. I will do that, I promise. Wow, I'm shaking because I haven't eaten yet. Right, okay, so if you're in, you already know, hello. Please make sure that you are watching your rising sign, your sun sign, and your moon sign for very accurate reading. So let's begin. First things first, we're going to have a new moon tomorrow. 4th of August, we're having a new moon, and for you, it's happening in your 5th house because this new moon is in Leo. So good for you. It is everything to do with motivation, everything to do with your ambition, inspiration, your kids, love, romance, and entertainment. So this is some kind of new beginning, but again, this new beginning is related to something that you have already done, you have already seen, you have already thought about. It's not completely like new beginning. It's something that already happened in your life, and it is related to your kids, related to your dates, to your hobbies, to your business. So that's the thing that you have to know. And 5th of August, Venus is going to your 6th house, where Mercury is already. And Venus going to the 6th house is going to give, for some of you, if you were looking for promotion, if you were looking for new job opportunities, this is the period where you will kind of start already either applying or already receiving results, or you will already start getting salary. But again, the same day, Mercury is gonna go retrograde. And with Mercury retrograde, please go back and check the first video where I'm talking a lot in the beginning about what is Mercury retrograde and what you should do and what you should not do, so that I don't repeat myself here for the general meaning. But for you, it is happening in the 6th house of work. So I believe maybe you will receive offers to go back and work for your previous employer, or work on similar position that you did before. Now, 6th house is also the house of health. So with Venus going to your 6th house and Mercury going back retrograde, whatever health condition that will pop up again, if it wasn't treated before, during this period with Venus there, you're going to receive really good treatment. And this time, I think it will be it's gonna work better, because with Mercury retrograde, all the, let's say, all the health situations that were not seen before are going to be resurfaced back. And with Venus, you're gonna have all the healing and all the support that is needed. And personally, in my family, I have an Aries person who's going through chemo. She's going through cancer, and I hope this period is going to be helpful for her. So if you are in similar condition, you are not alone. Just know it's going to get better with Venus going to the 6th house. And also this situation concerns your pets as well. If you have pets, make sure that you really take care of their health, because during this period, you might not know, we will have to do like vet checking as well. Okay, the Mercury retrograde in your 6th house is happening from 5th of August until 15th, okay? And then from 15th of August, it's gonna go back to your 5th house. It's gonna go back to Leo. So now, from 15th of August, you can expect your exes coming back. You can expect falling in love energies again. So you kind of will get nostalgic about how you were in love when you, like, I don't know, when you had your first crush and etc. Or it can really mean that your exes are coming back. So look out for that. Or it can also mean that topics related to your kids are going to be resurfaced back again. Maybe something to do with their school, to their program, to their documents, or to their health are going to be resurfacing back. So something that happened in July, mid-July, are going to come back as well. So same thing with the health. If something happened for your health up until now, that's going to go back and resurface. Now, around 15th and 19th, that whole week is kind of very much chaotic week that is going to be very visible. And for you, it is happening from your health, okay? It's happening from your 6th house, opposing your 12th house of mental health or hidden situations or immigration or traveling abroad. And this is happening in your 3rd house. So this all is affecting your documentation, your siblings, your short distance traveling, and being occupied. So it looks like for some of you during this period, you are going to be so busy dealing with your work or immigrating or dealing with your health that you're going to spend a lot of time on these things, and you're going to be going and running back and forth, especially preparing a lot of documents. So a lot of documentation is going to be prepared, a lot of analysis, a lot of checkouts and etc. is going to be there. But this whole topic is kind of going back to 2020. So whatever that you initiated in December of 2020, whatever happened to you in 2020, December of 2020, that topic is resurfacing back, and it is causing some kind of fear probably. For you, it's related to your physical health or your mental health or your work that has to do with working abroad or working remotely from somewhere else, or working with some kind of remote positions. So whatever you did or you were thinking about in the past in 2020, this is the topic that is going to be brought back. And if this period is a little bit tense for you, do not worry. You have the support of Venus trining Pluto that is happening for you in from your 6th house to your 10th house. So your 10th house is going to be your social status. It's going to be some kind of support. I feel like it's mostly support, platonic support, that has to do with some kind of government, with some kind of authority, some kind of father figure, maybe a husband. Some sort of person is probably going to financially support you, I feel like, Or it can mean that during this period, if you were really looking for a really good job, a really good paying job, this is the period where you're gonna receive the results or like the cash in your hands. Right. On 19th of August, we will have a full moon in your 11th house in Aquarius, and it is going to be kind of a conclusion, resolution, results that are related to your big goals, to your big plans, to your friends and community of like-minded people. And obviously 11th house is also the house of trading, it's the house of freelancing, and the house of astrology. So if you ever wanted to study astrology and you're a beginner, or you want to continue and make your like knowledge better, you can already purchase natal chart reader and transformer. That is already done, so you can congratulate me and my students that we are already one module done. We're moving to module 2 from next week, vocational astrology. But if you want to study astrology from the fundament, from the beginning, from the base, natal chart reader and transformer is already out. You can purchase it. It has 20 plus lectures, 600 plus slides of lecture notes. You can watch it from wherever, whenever, how long you want. It's all on you, and you can always ask me questions if you don't understand something. It's already out. But if you want to continue like studying vocational astrology, transit astrology, compatibility astrology, kids astrology, and etc., you can also join my students and me in live sessions. But if you're interested in one-on-one reading with me, you can also reach out to me. But don't worry, don't forget to check the first part, the first video, where in the beginning there's a lot of information about trading, about political stuff. Not a lot about the politics, but like the beginning part of previous video is important. And if your rising sun or your moon sign are not Aries, Gemini, and Taurus, that video will have the rest of the signs. Thank you so much. Thank you for your patience. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you soon. Ciao, ciao.